Artificial neural networks, or ANNs, are inspired by the human brain. Just like our brain has neurons that communicate, ANNs have artificial neurons that process data. Let's start with the basics. An artificial neuron, also known as a perceptron, takes inputs, applies weights to them, sums them up, and passes them through an activation function to produce an output. And by the way, if you're interested to know more, I've made separate videos for Perceptron learning rule and its coding in Python using both PyTorch and NumPy. Links will be given in description. Let's now try to visualize how a neuron works. Imagine you have 4 inputs, x0, x1, x2 and x3, each with associated weights w0, w1, w2 and w3, and of course a bias. The neuron calculates the weighted sum x0 multiplied by w0 plus x1 multiplied by w1 plus x2 multiplied by w2 plus x3 multiplied by w3 plus bias term, and then applies an activation function like ReLU or sigmoid to determine the final output. Now let's connect multiple neurons to form a network. A simple ANN consists of 3 layers: input layer, hidden layers, and output layer. Input layer receives the data, the hidden layer processes it, and the output layer provides the final result. Let's try to visualize this through an animation. As you can see, data flows from the input layer through the hidden layer, where each neuron's output becomes the input for next layer. And this process continues until the data reaches the output layer. This is how neural networks work. Okay, let's now try to understand how neural networks work through an elaborate example. Imagine you have several images of handwritten digits and you want to recognize what digit is written on the image. Let's take an example. The following is an image containing the number 2 in the file form. Now the image is formed by several pixels. Let's assume the size of this image is 8 pixels times 8 pixels. Each pixel contains a certain amount of black and white in a certain ratio. This color measure can be represented by the grayscale value. If all the colors in the pixel are black, the grayscale value is 0. If all the colors in the pixel are white, the grayscale value is 1. If the color of pixel is a combination of black and white, then the grayscale value is between 0 and 1. So all of these pixels will be input to the artificial neural network. One node represents 1 pixel. Because this image consists of 8 times 8 pixels, the total number of nodes will be 64. The collection of all these nodes is called input layer because they are receiving the input. Furthermore, all signals from this node will be processed by other nodes. This one node will receive all signals from each node on the input layer simultaneously. To get to this node, the signal goes through different paths. There, each signal will get a different weight value and bias value. Like in this node, there is a certain mysterious function. This function is known as activation function. We will of course study activation functions in separate video. The number of nodes is not just one, there are several. All these nodes form a hidden layer. In an artificial neural network system, the number of hidden layers may be more than one. Because the value is unknown, something on this layer is a black box, this hidden layer. Well, each node of the hidden layer will produce one value which is called the activation value. This value will then be collected by other nodes on the output layer. For this example, we know 10 different single numbers or single digits, so there are 10 nodes as output: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. If all the weight values, bias values and activation functions have been set correctly, then this artificial neural network should display the number 2. Not only for this picture, the correct artificial neural network should be able to recognize the number 2 from various forms of writing styles, even blurry images. ANNs are incredibly powerful and are used in a variety of applications. They can recognize images, understand natural language, and even play games better than humans. But how do ANNs learn? Through a process called training. During training, the network adjusts its weights based on the error of its predictions using a method called backpropagation. We will learn about backpropagation in another video. And there you have it, a quick overview of artificial neural networks. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment and subscribe for more tech insights. Thanks for watching.